Hello students, welcome to SV Patel Online Education. I am going to give you an introduction about the subject Network Technologies, which is the course 503 for TYBCA. The entire course is divided into 5 units and I am going to give you the introduction about each and every unit so that when we move in detail you will have the basic idea of what we are learning. So coming up to Unit 1. Unit 1 is an introduction to networks, network topologies and types. So before learning what is network, we need to learn what is data communication, how the devices communicate with each other. To communication to be established, we require signals which can be either analog or digital signal. We will be learning in detail what are the analog and digital signals. Moving on further, we will learn what do you mean by network and how a network can be established. While establishing a network, we connect PCs or nodes together to form a network. The basic idea behind having a network is the various advantages it is providing. We will learn various advantages as well as disadvantage of having a network. Once we establish a network, the various nodes have various work to be performed, which can be classified as clients, servers or peers, based on which we can have our networks. If we have a network which consists of only client and server, it is called as client-server network. So now the question is, what is client, server and peer? Client is a PC which requests for a resource. Servers are PCs which provide resource, and peers can do both the work of client and server. Based on the types of machines you are having, we can classify them as the various type of networks. Now, when we have a client-server architecture, we can have servers of various types like a database server, file server and so on. We will be learning in detail the various types of servers used in industries. Now, the way in which you connect your PCs is nothing but topology. The basic 4 topologies are bus, star, ring and mesh. Using these 4 topologies, we can create hybrid topologies like star bus and star ring, which we will be learning in detail. To communication to be established in a network, the network has to follow some rules. These rules are nothing but network protocols, which can be classified as hardware protocol, software and hardware-software interface protocols, which we will be learning in this particular topic. And it's not that we can have a network only by wire, we can also have a wireless network. So we will be learning what are the wireless networks, ad hoc network and sensor wireless network. We will be also learning how a network is established using a Wi-Fi, using a Bluetooth, etc. Moving on to unit number 2, the layering models and data communication. We have got OSI model with the different layers we'll be learning here. We'll be learning TCP/IP model, which is very essential for internet communication to be established. We will also learn, after establishing this, the data are either passed by analog data or digital data, and according to that, what do you mean by analog data, digital data, bit rate, baud rate, bandwidth and so on. These are all just an introduction part about the analog and digital data. Moving on further, we will learn if we are connecting the devices by wire, we call it as a guided media, and the 3 types of guided media we will be learning are twisted pair, coaxial cable and fiber optics with various advantages and disadvantages. If you are establishing a wireless network, we will be connecting the devices either by radio waves, microwaves or infrared rays, and these are the things which has got its own advantage and disadvantage we will be learning in detail. We will also have a brief introduction of how satellite work and how satellite communicate with each other. So moving on, suppose a signal is passed, after some time it loses its energy. We need to amplify it. This is one reason we require an amplifier. So there may be a possibility that we are connecting the devices, we are connecting the networks, we require network devices. So in this particular topic we'll be learning repeater, hub, switch, router, modem, etc. Moving on to our unit number 4, that is the basic of TCP/IP model. We will be learning introduction of TCP/IP model and the various layers, various protocols working there, and importantly we'll be learning IP address, MAC address and IP subnetting. The important protocols we are learning are of the transport layer, which are the TCP and UDP. We will briefly learn how TCP and UDP works, how it passes on data and how it uses port number to do that. Then we'll move on for application layer. Here there is just a brief introduction about the various protocols which are used in application layer for user interface. And moving on to unit number 5, we have got network security, that is introductory concepts and terminologies, in which we will learn various network securities like cryptography, asymmetric cryptography, symmetric cryptography, and the traditional methods used and the new technologies used. Various algorithms like DES algorithm, RSA algorithm are the algorithms we are going to discuss. We will also discuss what do you mean by public key, private key, digital signature. These are the things we are going to learn in security, and various certificates provided and who provides these certificates. These are all the things we are going to learn here. And we'll also learn firewalls. We will learn VPN, how virtual private network is established, how firewalls help us to block certain data. These are the things we are going to learn. And these are the 5 units which are supposed to be taught in your subject. The various books you can refer are Networking Complete, which is a very good book, Computer Networks by A.S. Tannenbaum, Data Communication and Networking. These are the top books which are available in library as well.